Welcome to yet another episode of Pehen Code with me, Filoni Kanani. And today with me on the show is Dhairya Gangwani. She's an electronics and communication engineer who loves interacting with people, traveling, learning new languages, and dancing. She's young, she's enthusiastic, and she's passionate. With 20 plus internships under her belt, most of which were paid, by the way, and a dream job in hand, Dhairya is a LinkedIn influencer who is acing personal brand building and how. And I have invited her on the show to share all her secrets with all of us. So, welcome, Dhairya, on the show.
Thank you so much, Filoni. I am so happy to join you. And I was so excited to come on Behan Code right from the day I discovered your channel on YouTube. I
Right.
just knew one thing. I don't know anything else, but I have to be coming on the show and speaking with you and interacting because I love the name of your channel. I love what you're doing, and I love the kind of people you are calling up on your show and the stories you share. I mean, honestly, it's
Thank,
one of the best initiatives I've seen
thank
in a
you.
while.
Thank you. That was very sweet of you to reach out to me, and that like we actually connected on LinkedIn, and then I realized that there is actually an influencer of sorts on LinkedIn, and she reaching out to me. I think it's an honor for me. So yeah. So Daria,
Yeah.
you are an engineer and you are
Yes.
very interested in business, and you've done 20 internships in the business part of things, business side of things, right?
Right.
So I
Right.
want to talk about all of the business interest and how did that happen? Like what made you pursue business versus engineering? But before that, I really want to know how was engineering for you and how was college? So tell me about your college
Yeah.
life and all of that.
Sure. So before I even move towards my college life, let me give you a pretext to it as
Okay.
to what was it like before college, because that's very
Okay.
important. So
Okay.
I have been this very pampered child, and very overprotective and sensitive parents that I have backed up. So they've always kept me in a shell wherein they would do everything for me, and there was no need for me to do anything for myself. And yeah, I have to say that even a glass of water was given to me in my hand by my mother. That's how pampered I was. Now you imagine such a child going all the way to Vellore for engineering and spending 4 years there with people who you don't know, adapting to the cultural change, adapting to meeting new people, and then the new lifestyle, everything. I mean, for me, it was a 360-degree turn in my life
Right. So
when
from
I
Pune to
began
Vellore or from Bombay to Vellore?
from Pune to Vellore.
From Pune to
I
Vellore.
went from Pune to Vellore. Yes, from Pune to Vellore. And it was so difficult for my parents to even accept it that I'm going to be going away for 4 years and they will not be able to meet me that frequently. They won't be knowing about my whereabouts, what I'm going to do, because they're so protective.
Right.
So I would say the first, at least I think about 3 to 4 months were very difficult for me because I was living with people other than my sister and my family, in one room to share that room with people who you don't know, that too from different cities, and
Right.
also people all across the world come in VIT. There are people from China, there are people from Brazil, and
Wow.
various countries. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a very big cultural shock for me, if I may say so. So I got to interact with people from such diverse backgrounds. Then I got to interact with seniors who were already placed when I was just starting my journey. So it was all overwhelming at a time. And then the food, it was just another, I
It's
mean, I
very
cannot even
famous. See,
remember.
I've never experienced hostel life myself, but I think the movies do good justice to explaining
They
how.
do come. You cannot even call it food. I mean, coming from a Punjabi family where khana, pina, everything, our food is so important, and then
Right.
going on to eating that pani wali dal in a South Indian college, you can understand how it was. So yeah, so the journey was, if I have to sum it up, I met so many people who have added on to my journey. I've made such amazing friends, even though they're very few, but they're still there with me, and they're my biggest cheerleaders. And yes, along the journey, anywhere you go, you're going to meet people who are going to add on to your life and walk along with you, and then there'll be
Right.
some people who are going to teach you lessons and go away,
Right.
right? Yeah.
So have
same
you
was
had
it.
any such people who actually taught you and went away? Like you're talking about the people who are there, but do you also have people who have left you and taught you lessons that you're going to remember for life?
For sure, for sure. And I feel it's not just something personal to me. This is what I experienced after I shared my story with people, that this happens with almost every kid who goes to a new college or a university, be it pursuing engineering, medical, or anything of sort. So what happens is, firstly, you're exposed and you get a kind of independence, right? It's the first time that you're staying away from your parents. So not just me, even those people, right? You don't have that protection or that shield or that shelter that your parents provide. You're
And
open
even
to do
guidance for that matter.
right. There's no one to show you the right path. There's no one to tell you what you're doing is right or wrong. It's just an open platter. You can do
Right.
whatever you want to.
Right.
Yeah. So I think what happens is, what happened was that obviously I met people. You get close. You want to explore things. We are young. I was just 18 or 19. But what happens is, it's only after time that you realize that is a person really good for your general mental health and someone who will add on to your life positively. By
Right.
that I don't mean that it has to necessarily be something very negative, but some people are just not, if people are not adding on anything positive or any value to your life, I believe there is no point in taking them along your journey ahead, because it's only going to
Add
build
to your baggage.
blockages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and add to your baggage. So that happened with me. Very, very close people were there who left me along the journey, or who didn't side by me, is what I should say the word. And that was their choice. I'm not anyone to judge it. It was their choice to not side by me, or carry forward the relationship that we held. But then today, when I look back at it, what it has taught me is, when such a great number of people, like I had a gang, right? I had a group of friends. It was not just one or two people, and we would go out together, and people knew that, okay, this is Dhairya and Dhairya's gang, and they hang out together and they do everything together, and she has a huge friend circle. I'm anyways an extrovert, so making, just forming relationships with people or being friends was never very difficult.
Right.
But so then, when things like this happen, and then people are like, okay, she had a group of so many friends, and today now she's alone. None of them are there with her, and there's so many things. People
Yeah.
judge you. They say stuff about you, right?
Yeah.
And so things happen. But at that time, when it was the most darkest or the lowest phase of my life, and that's when my parents, my family, and my sister helped me along the journey, because my sister came along and joined the same college. And that's when luckily I could then shift my focus from finding my happiness in just my friends or the validation which an external person is giving me, to what
Right.
I should feel happy in myself
Hmm.
and find validation in myself, rather than seeking for it outside.
Right.
So that's what they taught me. Yeah, and that helped me get past all of this. And I
Wow.
believe it happens with everyone. As long as you have people to support you, you'll get past it, trust me. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's so true. And what I understand is then you made the choice that, you know what, I'm going to get over this and I'm going to move ahead in life, right? But
Correct.
then, uh, what was it that drove you, right? That's the first question. Like, what made you think that, you know what, I'm just going to do this? Like, you are this girl on mission, you know? So you decided that, you know what, I'm going to move past this. So the first part is what drove you, and second part is
Right.
how did you do it? Like, what specifically, if you can say 1 2 3 4, this is what I did. So
Right. Sure. Sure. So what drove me was, fortunately or unfortunately, the reaction of the people around me, because such an environment was formed around me, that I was realizing that what I'm doing is just succumbing to the situation, and I shouldn't be playing the victim. What's happened has happened now, right? If I'm going to keep thinking, oh my God, this happened with me, and now that is why I have the leverage to go about a different route or do things just to cater to my sadness or depression or anything, I could have done that. And people always have two choices when you
yeah.
are at a juncture in your life, right? But what I thought was, either I move on from this and rise victorious, or I go down. It's up to me. So that's when I made a choice, when things externally triggered me that, no, Dhairya, you have to do this for yourself. You have parents who have so many expectations from you. I always wanted to make them proud, and I'm so highly ambitious in general. So I was like, what am I even doing? Why am I wasting my time? So
Right.
that's when I decided that no matter what, I'm going to move ahead and become successful in whatever way I feel is possible in my capacity. Right.
Right. Wow.
And yeah. So
And then
uh,
what were the things that you did to move past this phase?
yeah. So what I did was I started spending time on myself and bettering myself personally and professionally. So what I did was obviously I started paying more attention to my academics than I was before. I always did, but somewhere or the other I had been distracted. I have to admit to that, right? So focusing on my academics and side by side, I wanted to upskill myself because I found out something new that I loved, which was management. Now, management is a very broad term, and I wanted to explore everything about it, right? There's so many fields in it. So what I did was I started taking up courses. I started watching webinars or, going to YouTube channels and learning about the basics of management and what all it has. And then I started applying for internship in my second year itself, right?
Okay.
So why I wanted to particularly do an internship was because I wanted to gain that practical real life industry experience so that it benefits me in my job ahead, right?
Right, right.
So yeah, so I applied for a couple of internships. I used the Internshala platform. I tried to use LinkedIn also back then, but it was a miserable fail because I did not have anything to even portray on the profile, right? You have to have something to show.
Right.
So I didn't do anything. So that didn't work out. So what
Okay.
I did was in Internshala, luckily you could put in your experiences even as your clubs and chapters and societies leads. That I had done a lot of roles where I was the head of the club or I had participated in them. So I use them as an experience because I'd gained leadership skills through them. So that's how I portrayed it. Even if you don't have a practical experience, you tell them you had coordinated an event, you had leaded a particular group, or you were managing something, stuff like that. So yeah, I faced a lot of rejections initially, but after that, I got a chance from a Dubai-based startup, specifically UAE. So what happened was the only reason they selected me was because they saw that, okay, I had done so and so event and possessed those skills. And second thing, I told them I'm willing to learn whatever may be the amount of input that I have to give in that. Okay, I even if you don't pay me, even though it's a paid internship, I'm okay with working without the money also as long as I'm learning, right? So I think that's why they chose me,
So that
in
was
my
your
opinion.
first internship?
Yes, that was my
That too
first
from
internship.
Dubai.
Yes, from Dubai. Yeah,
Amazing. Amazing.
yeah. Many
Wow.
Indian startups had rejected me before that. Many,
Wow.
numerous.
And then
Yeah.
how would you like console yourself when you got rejected? What would you tell yourself?
I would I would go and went out to my mother firstly. Because every time I was like, I used to tell her, what, mom, I'm gonna start earning money in second year itself, and I'm gonna be financially independent and I'm gonna be getting so and so. I'm working on my skills. And every time the result would come out, and I was like, it showed your application is rejected. I used to be so disheartened that now what do I tell her? But
Right.
then she was always, yeah, but she encouraged me and she told me, koi nahi, you've done it once, keep trying. I tried 2 times, 3 times, it went up to 25 rejections, and then I got a 26 acceptance.
Wow. You
That's how it
also
was.
have the count.
Yes, I do. Because
Amazing.
I wanted to do it.
Wow. Okay. So
Yes.
that is about
So
that.
yeah, so one thing led to another, and then I ended up doing about 20
Amazing. So let's address the elephant in the room right now. Jay Shetty sent you a request just last week, if I'm not mistaken, right? And I'm like, what is this girl doing?
Yeah.
Like, imagine to get noticed by a person like him. You are certainly doing something right on LinkedIn, and it's time that you share it with all of us because we need to get this personal branding game right, just like you do.
Sure, sure. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. I'm not even kidding you. I showed it to my sister and she
Then
was
did you
like,
say
what are
hi
you
to
even
him? Did
telling
you
me? And
did
I was
you
like,
say
yes,
hi to him?
I did try messaging him, but his PR team replied to me
Okay.
later on saying that the Instagram account is handled by them LinkedIn, so the request and part he handles, but replying to his messages is handled by his PRT, is what I found out. Yeah.
Amazing.
So, so
So he's
yeah,
only
yeah.
sending the
So
request and not his team.
I
That's
was, that's for sure. Yeah. Because when it comes to another thing was, the thing was, if I am sending a person like him a request and he accepts it, that's okay. That's something okay. You will be happy.
yeah,
He accepted the request.
yeah.
But
But
when someone like him is sending me a request, it
then you're
becomes
certainly
altogether
doing
a very
something right. Yeah. So now tell us
yeah.
what it is.
Okay. So firstly, to get started, to build up to making a good LinkedIn profile, as I told you, back then I didn't have anything to put on LinkedIn. So firstly, to have resources to put on LinkedIn, start with realizing what is it that you're good at. The first step is to know what are you good at.
Okay.
Once you discover what is your niche and what are you good at, let's say I knew that I'm good at management and consulting, right? Someone may be good at coding and programming. Okay, you find your own niche. Second thing is, you start building your skills on it. It can be through webinar, it can be through courses that you take up. They can be paid, they can be unpaid, it can be some workshops that you attend, or it could be some internship experiences after you have gained these skills through these methods, right? It could be a virtual internship. I did most of my internships virtually, and that's why it's helped me right now in the COVID era where everything is virtual. I've done 20 internships virtually, so I know what a Zoom meeting is. How is it coordinating virtually? So that's helping me a lot now, right? So yeah, do that. Be it
Okay.
virtual, be it in person,
Okay.
get internship experiences because that's needed on your LinkedIn profile in your experience section.
Okay.
After that, once you have done your internship experiences, you have been a part of some clubs, chapters, something in your college. Now move on to building a rock solid LinkedIn profile. So what happens on LinkedIn is also, you can, I had a profile back in second year also, right? I had all the details there. The way you put out your details is very important. But I
Okay.
was not engaging on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is not your resume per se. It's not like a place where you just jot down everything that you have done and these are my accomplishments, so and please, provide me a job, or I am a personal branding influencer. That's not how it works. You have to be very, very specific, and you have to network on LinkedIn.
Okay.
According to me, LinkedIn was made for networking. It's
True.
a
It
social
is.
media platform for networking.
Right.
Literally,
Business
I
fair.
met you through LinkedIn, right?
Right.
Just so all my podcasts that I'm being approached for are through LinkedIn, and
Okay.
just in a span of 1 month that I've started using it proactively, right? So what I started doing was I started putting content on LinkedIn. Now, coming to content, it cannot just be anything. You have to be very specific with what you're putting out there. So you need to observe the people who follow you. You have followers. What kind of content are they responding to? Are they liking it? How many views are you getting on a particular content? And are they engaging with your post? So if they are not doing it on a certain topic, so that's how I did a trial and test method, right? When I put out something just about my achievements, I noticed that yes, people do like it, but it does not get that good a reach when I share something personal which happened in my life and how I applied it, right? When I share
Mhm.
stories, that gained a larger audience, and that's when I started getting noticed. So yes,
Okay.
another thing is that people think LinkedIn is just about sharing your achievements, putting posts about I completed so and so course, I got selected for so and so thing. Yes, do that, but don't just do that, right?
I'm just
So put
realizing
out
everything I've done is incorrect, which is why I'm smiling.
I've done the same thing. That's how you learn from your mistakes, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, I've done the same thing. And then I realized that you have to connect with your audience. Even on YouTube, until and unless you don't connect with the audience, and if I'm just going on and just listing my accomplishments, no one is going to be interested.
So,
As simple as that. So that's the main thing which caused this change. When I started posting regularly, which has been a month now, that is when that Jay Shetty post got about, right now it has about 1.3 lakh views. So
are you
1.3
kidding?
lakh people have seen it. Yes, that's the viewership. That's the reach of LinkedIn. And about 1,200 people liked it. So that's how, yeah. People that day, the next day when I got up in the morning, I had about 400 connection requests, and my followers had increased by 1,000 in a single night. So I
Wow.
that
Here
that
I am. I was
yeah,
feeling happy that once my post got featured in the hashtag podcast part, and I got notified, and I was like, yay! And I had just 1,000 views. And suddenly,
But that's
I'm like, I'm nowhere in the universe.
no. Trending post is also another thing which is very important. Just to let you know, that's not happened with me.
Okay.
So I need to learn that from you. Trending post is a different game altogether. So yeah. So these are the small steps. And also on LinkedIn, don't feel shy on reaching out to people. It you can use it for approaching recruiters. You get job offers also. I'm not even kidding you. I've got a job offer from a company on LinkedIn. After I started building my profile, the recruiter contacted me.
Okay.
Yeah. So this happens. They send you in mails, they approach you. Other than that, you build a own community for yourself. And yes, the personal brand automatically gets created when you start networking with people. So
Right.
don't hesitate on building connections and maybe sharing your point of view. If you feel someone is there, you can collaborate with them on anything, or you have certain ideas you want to share with someone
Right.
who's the
Right.
perfect. Just go for it. Like I messaged you, I did not think even once. I was like, I like her podcast. I want to share my feedback and I think I can collaborate with her. So why not do it? Had I been thinking so much, we wouldn't be here recording it, right?
Very true. High five.
Yeah. Yes.
So, okay. Now tell me, if I am a woman, or who's looking out for job, like after maybe a maternity break, or I am this
Mm-hmm.
fresh out of college student, do you have like a 1, 2, 3 formula of sorts that I can use to land up with a paid internship?
Okay. So the first thing is to make a good resume. You have to have a good resume or a CV. And for that, again, if you're a mother who's been on a maternity leave, but I'm sure you would have had some experiences. It can be back in college also. As I said, the way you put out things, even when you're communicating, the way you express them will change the entire game. You
Okay.
could have been,
So
yeah,
articulation is
you
the
could,
key.
articulation is the key. Yeah. The experience could be anything, right? On a day-to-day basis, a mother does so many things and handles them so well. Isn't that time management? Isn't that
Wow.
coordination? Right?
And
Isn't
multitasking.
that and multitasking, right? So doesn't she possess those skills?
Right.
It's just upon how you're going to put it on your resume. For a
Wow.
student, you're going to your clubs and chapters. Okay, you're also having your extracurricular activities. You're handling your coursework and your studies and projects also, and having a personal life. Again, you're multitasking. You're working in teams for your project. Teamwork comes in, coordination comes in, communication skills come in because you're interacting with people on a daily basis.
True. True.
So just put it out in a very good and a well-framed, structured way in your resume, even if you don't have relevant experience. Then move on to don't look out for paid internships in the beginning. This is one advice I would like to give you. Because now I realize, had I applied for, maybe even one or two unpaid internships, right? Or non-paid internships, it could have been that I could at least have those two internships to show on my resume, and then maybe landing my first paid internship would have been way easier, for
True.
sure. So first, try and gain experience, even if you're not getting paid for it, right? So do one or two, bag it, put it in your resume, and then go on for a paid internship. It'll become much smoother. And then LinkedIn today, there was a phase, if you remember, around 2005, 2006, Facebook had become like the thing. Everyone wanted to be on Facebook, and it was just the biggest hype ever.
True.
So
True.
I'm telling, yeah, right now is the time that LinkedIn has become the Facebook. That
Yeah.
Facebook back then. Yes.
I see a lot of
And
activity happening. True. I
yes,
agree.
yes, right. And I think about 5 years going forward from now, I'm telling you, resumes won't even be looked at. People are going to just look at your LinkedIn profile and judge that is this a perfect candidate for my organization or for an internship
Wow.
or not.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
quite a statement.
yes. So, and there's going to be stuff like LinkedIn influencers, which you said, like actual influencers, like
Yeah.
Instagram, where you have paid
Yeah,
collaborations
yeah.
that's going to
LinkedIn
happen.
influencers are still there. You get that
Yes,
LinkedIn power profile tags and all of that. So I won't be surprised
right.
you receiving one very soon.
That's very generous of you, but thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, so I think those are a few things that you should do. And in the end, just in general, be it offline or digital means, try and interact with people. And I believe that communication skills are something that people are generally neglecting these days, and life skills. Technical skills we are gaining, but we don't know how to interact with people and put forth across our point. And as long as you're not able to do that, I don't. It's going to be very difficult to move forward, given the times that we have right now. So yeah, I think that's about it for this.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And so you landed with your internships, you have your job, you become a LinkedIn influencer. Plus you are doing so much more. You're working with NGOs. Plus you have a couple of other initiatives. I remember you were helping someone, build some curriculum for some course, and
Yeah.
there's so much going
Yeah.
on, right? So tell me about that, like,
Yeah.
and what is it that you're looking forward to?
Sure. So since I had like a good amount of time as a break, between my internship and my full-time job, what I thought was I've done paid internship. I'll anyways start my job. Money was not the factor anymore. What I thought was, what is it that's making me fulfilled at the end of the day? So I wanted to connect with causes that I really resonated with, right? So what I did was, you won't believe it, I've rejected at least 3 to 5 internships during this period, which were paying me very well
Okay.
for being a part of NGOs and NPOs, because I really liked the work they were doing. And it's so amazing to be connected with such organizations. So I've recently joined a community initiative called Mitti Ke Rang. And what they're doing is they're helping widowed women and women who are not financially independent become financially independent. They do fundraising for them. They're helping them build handicraft items or
Okay.
diyas or all of those homemade stuff and sell it and raise the income for themselves and become independent.
That is so
So
amazing.
that is so amazing, exactly. And it's just two guys from Pune who started this out, and it's become such a big initiative wherein they've raised about 25 lakhs right now for
Wow.
10,000 for thousands of families, right? So there I'm going to be working as a podcaster where I'll be interviewing similar people who have done such things all across the globe. So our aim is to get 200 people from different cities, right?
Okay.
So that's the thing. Other than that, I'm working with global community initiatives like Eat My News. There, I'm working as a content developer. Again, there I get to interact with people from various domains because I get to interview them, even though it's via email, but it's really amazing. And then there's a Girl Script NGO, which is known for its EdTech platform. So I'm coming up with a course of mine there on English and communication skills.
Amazing.
So yeah, and I believe that the only reason people, my own sister, and sometimes my grandfather, my grandmother, and even my mother was just telling me, I'm not even kidding you, an hour ago, she asked me, why are you always up to something? Like, every day I have something new to tell her, and she's like, you don't want to sit idle. And that's actually my motto. I cannot sit idle. I want to do something or the other and keep going on to the next thing, because if I'm going to get satisfied with what I'm doing, what's going to drive me for the next chapter in my life, or to just keep learning, right?
Believe me, I was
So yeah.
actually thinking to add the context around stay hungry and stay foolish, but I wasn't sure if a lot of people will get that context, and I didn't. But I just had to mention it. There's this book called Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish, and that's what I see
Yeah.
in you. Like, if you get the context, you get it. If you don't, if you just don't.
Don't
But
get it, you don't get it.
yeah,
True, true.
so
Yeah,
that is brilliant. So this has been
yeah.
so amazing a conversation. We've learned so much. I think I'm going to sign off and I'm going to change my LinkedIn profile because I am really embarrassed of all that's there right now. I've put out points. Oh, I've done this 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to change that and I'm going to apply the tips that you've given me. And I'm going to actually reach out to people and not be shy anymore.
Bye.
So yeah,
Yes, you should.
thank you so
I'm
much,
sure it will
Daria.
work.
This has been an
Thank
amazing
you so much,
session.
Salome. I'm so happy that we did this, and
Yeah,
it was an honor being
finally.
on this show.
Thank you.
Honestly,
You're too sweet. Thank you.
thank you so much for having me.
Run away, run away. And I know, and I know, and I know right now we can change anything and make it better together. Now we're strong, don't question it. The truth will break your chains. We have the key. Open your eyes and see. We are the ones who know the answers, and they ain't never gonna hold us back. The sea everything you're fighting for.